Hello everyone, welcome back to Snapbolt. Got another Legacy Cube draft here for you. We got our pack one, pick one, and there's some interesting options here. I think probably for me it's between Path and Inquisition. Other good options would be Savannah, even Dragon Lord's a really powerful finisher. Garrick is kind of cool. Could even take Serum Visions, although I don't like that as much. I think it's really between Path and Inquisition or Savannah, but I'm going to take Path. I really like Path and Swords a lot. So I'm just going to lean towards that. These big finishers are kind of replaceable with each other, but I think Path and Swords aren't as replaceable. Alright. Considering we took the Path, here's a Sundering Titan with no image, but considering we took the Path, this slots really well into blue-white control. We could just take Teferi. There's Narset as well. Gideon. There's a lot of good cards for that deck, and other than that, I mean, don't want to take Harmonious Archon, definitely not. Scarab God's powerful, but not as well with Path. Fabled Passage is fine, it's good. Not really sure what to take here. I think I'm going to take Teferi. I think Teferi is really strong. It's another good 3-mana Planeswalker. Maybe we'll will this Gideon, and we're not guaranteed to have to be blue-white control, but I think just Path into Teferi is a pretty strong start, so let's go with that. I do like Martial Coup a fair amount. There's also Vendilion Click. Vendilion Click is strong as well. This is essentially 7 mana. Yeah. What is Stolen by Fate? Return target creature with converted mana cost X exactly to its owner's hand. You create X 1/1 blue fairies with flying. So if they have a 2-drop, you pay 4, bounce their 2-drop, sorcery speed, and you get 2/1 flyings. I mean, that's fine, but I think I'd rather have something like Vendilion Click or Martial Coup. I could also just take Steam Vents here, but I think I'm just going to take Click. Seems like the pick to me. Ooh. Now I kind of wish I took that Steam Vents because Dak Faden's a really strong card. I could just still take Dak. There's Sower, there's Forbid, Time Warp, even Restoration Angel. Resto is pretty strong as well. Usually I don't like to be as much on the Resto side. I like to be more on the Planeswalker side. You know, I think Dak is just good enough, or I'm just going to take Dak and see if the mana can get there. Let's just go with that. This card's just really powerful. There's no lands here for us. Now would have been a good time to take lands. There's Thirst, there's Parallax. Parallax Wave I do like. There's Looter. This is a tough pick because nothing is really jumping out at me too strong. Could just take Thirst, as I think it might just be the best card. We don't really know if we want to be a Parallax Wave deck yet. There's also Looter. It's not that exciting. Could just take a Lyra. Just gonna take Thirst. Ooh, there's Spire Bluff. Do I have to take Spire Bluff over Tamiyo to play this deck? I think I do. Tamiyo is very good. It's close, but so is Dak. And by taking the Spire Bluff, this allows us to take more blue and red cards later if we want, blue and or red cards. So I think it increases our options while also just being a fine land. So I do want the Tamiyo, but I also want to be able to play this deck. So let's go with the land. There's Charming Prince that only works with our one other creature right now, Vendilion Click. There's Remove Soul and Embereth Shieldbreaker. I think I'm just going to take Remove Soul. I think it's just a fine playable. Just take that. Be happy with it. Let's see here. I guess it's between Abbott and Seeker. Seeker seems fine to me. Just play Seeker on 2, play a Planeswalker on 3. Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with that at all. There's also, I could just take Pyroclasm, actually. I didn't really consider that. But what if I'm just like blue-white red control? Actually, that sounds really good to me. Could get like more Wraths and just value Planeswalkers really highly and just be like Wraths with Planeswalkers. I'm going to try that just to try something a little bit different. I could just take a Burst Lightning now as just a removal spell. I don't really love Brimaz in this deck. It's better in like a mono-white aggro deck. And I'm not interested at all in Kira, but Burst Lightning's just a bad bolt. Okay, Gideon and Narset both wield. Wow. And there's still an Urza here. Just no respect for these cards. What's going on? Do I take the 3-mana Narset or the 5-mana Gid? Both are very good in this deck. I think I want the more powerful Gideon this time. Yeah, I'm going to take Gideon over Narset. Let me know what you think about that one. That one seems kind of close to me. And I'm going to take the Martial Coup now. Just, even though it's 7-mana Wrath, like when you cast it for that much, it's so powerful. It's so good. Outlaw's Merriment might be good in this deck too. And, ooh, wow, all these cards look good. Don't hate just playing these like Baneslayer Angel cards, but I'm going to take the Parallax Wave. Mom, I guess we can just have for the sideboard. We just really need lands now. We really need lands, and we didn't find any here. So there's a Force and Negation, but we actually only have 4 blue cards right now. Or 5, including deck. Yeah, 5 blue cards. So we could take Force. That'd be a fine pick. Other than Force, we're just taking like a Sarah the Benevolent, which is fine, but we only have one other flying creature right now. It's just like a 4-mana 4/4 flying angel that leaves something around. Don't want Murmuring Mystic. I'm not too hyped on the Sarah, and I think the Force likely is going to be pretty strong. It's just 3-mana negate also, so let's go with Force. Wow. There's some good cards here. Control Magic, Opposition. I like Battlesphere a lot. Thran Dynamo is strong as well, but for us, it's a little less clear. I mean, we could just take Control Magic. I don't think we can really take Opposition, can we? We have Outlaw's Merriment, Martial Coup, I guess, and no other creatures really, so it'd be kind of sketchy to take the Opposition now and try to get stuff that works with it. I mean, we could just take the Prismatic Lens because our mana is looking pretty bad. This is a ramp spell or a mana fixer, so usually I'd take Control Magic here, but I think with what we have, I think we just need the mana fixing of Lens, and the ramp is fine in this deck too, so I'm going to go with Lens. Okay, wow. Batterskull, Elspeth, both really strong cards. Even Ponder, really strong, but I need to take Colonnade. A blue-white land is exactly what I want. Colonnade's really, really strong. I'm going to just slam this Colonnade. It's not even that close. Those other cards are strong, but I need the mana. Same for here. Like, I'd want a Dismember or a Terminus. Maybe even a Gilded Lotus would be decent in this deck, but ooh, there's also actually Sacred Foundry. I just saw that. Let's see. Oops. Let's sort by color. Yeah, blue-white with... I guess we're kind of blue-white and red right now. We have a blue-red land. This one is fetchable, though. That's why I kind of want the Sacred Foundry. I'm just going to take Sacred Foundry. It's just the better land. Yeah, we do want the blue land, but I think the fetchable Sacred Foundry is stronger if we get some fetches. This negate is the first thing I saw, but then I saw a Johnny. I'm going to take a Johnny. We just want to like keep diving into this Planeswalker theme of our deck, I think. This deck is looking pretty sweet. Slam the Johnny. Now we have like Is It Charm versus Council's Judgment, I suppose, versus Portal. This is just basically another Planeswalker that draws a card. I think I want Council's Judgment. Really versatile spell. Deals with like pretty much everything. Ooh. Yeah, now I want the Glacial, but I'm going to take Arid Mesa because Arid Mesa gets Sacred Foundry. And if we get either like any dual like Sacred Foundry that's either white or red, so if it's like white blue or red blue, then just basically anything that works with those basic land types, we can play it. So I'm going to take the Arid Mesa. Fetch lands are just so good. Could take a Realm Cloak Giant. 5 mana Wrath with like a 7 mana follow-up finisher. Doesn't seem terrible, but maybe I just want the early interaction and the Shivan Fire. Yeah. The Sarah Wield, that's kind of what I was expecting. Do we want the Murmuring Mystic though? We have like 3, 4, 5. No, I just want the Planeswalker. Wow, the Control Magic Wield as well. I don't even know if we really want it in this deck. And Creeping Tar Pit and Battle Ball. I mean, Battlesphere is just so good. Maybe we just take this. I'm not gonna like die over losing the Control Magic. I'm gonna take this. Maybe just play Battlesphere actually. Wow, Elspeth Wield. Yes, that's sweet. Terminus, probably gonna play that too. Thalia Rexus, but I'll take an on-treat. I don't think I'm going to start that, but could play it. Is it Charm's actually fine? I don't want Whirler Rogue. Alright, sweet. Already have 22 playables, so looking solid. Now we really want to value lands. Alright, pack 3, pick 1 here. There's some options. There's Windswept Heath, which gets a Sacred Foundry right now. There's also Supreme Verdict. There's Mass Manipulation, which I don't want really at all. I think I'm just going to take Supreme Verdict. It just works really well with all our Planeswalkers. Yeah, let's take that. Ooh. Oh man. I want really to take this counterspell. Karn is fine as well. But I have to take Hallowed Fountain because now I have Arid Mesa, which gets Hallowed Fountain as well. See, if I had taken the green-white fetch over the Supreme Verdict there, and then taken Hallowed Fountain, that would essentially give me 2 Hallowed Fountains in my deck. So it would make my mana a lot better. But we're just going to be happy taking this Hallowed Fountain and still having the Supreme Verdict. So let's just go with that. We just need to keep taking lands any chance we can here. Alright. Oust. Ooh, Chandra Awakened Inferno. With all these 3s, I might want to just take the Chandra. This seems pretty sick. So it deals 3 damage to each non-elemental, and it gives them emblems, and it can deal X to a creature or planeswalker, then exiles it. Yeah, usually I'm a pretty big Jace Beleren fan, but just with like the cards we have here on our curve and here, I'm going to slam this Chandra. It works well in our deck with our Wraths, and it works well because it's a Wrath itself, like with our other planeswalkers, so it's just sweet in a planeswalker deck. Wow, there's the Stoneforge. We didn't take the Batterskull anyway. Journey to Nowhere, but I love Sheldock Isle. I'm gonna take that. This card's really strong. People don't seem to respect it at all, really. Speaking of, Upheaval still here. Not the best in our deck. There's a Geist of St. Traff, Banishing Light. Do I need this Chromatic Lantern? This deck is really mana hungry. Do we need like another playable and like a Banishing Light or an Upheaval even? I mean, are we really getting to enough mana to make Upheaval worthwhile? Do we want like a Frost Titan? Just gonna take Lantern. I think it's the safest pick. I wasn't sure about that one though. Now I think this is a pretty easy preordain. think we definitely want Preordain over like a Glory Bringer or Thraven Inspector, Spellseeker. I want the Preordain for sure. And I'm probably not playing any of these cards. I could, I guess, like play a Sidon or Revoker, but I guess I'm more likely to Sidon Blade Splicer if they're like really aggressive. Wow, Jit's still here. Do I want Treasure Map or Lava Coil? I think I'm going to take Lava Coil and just play it in the board as another cheap removal spell. I like that the best. And I guess Mass Manipulation I could see myself siding in. Or is Approach just better to side in? I don't need Approach. I can just win the game some other way. Field, History, Avacyn. Don't think Field is that great. I guess it kind of fixes our mana in a way. I just don't really want those other cards. I'll just take Field. May or may not play it. Wow, Jace Wield. I'll take it over the Oust, I think. Yeah, I'll just take the Jace. Just be great. We have 3 1-mana removal spells already, so just take the more powerful. Stoneforge just going around. Nobody wants to play Stoneforge. I mean, I'm not, but wow. Journey's a fine card as well. We have so many playables. Wow, we're just wheeling everything here. Geez, we're gonna have to definitely cut some cards because we're gonna want to play a lot of lands in this list. Chromatic Lantern, just we might not need it. It just might not be a strong enough card. Journey. Let's see. So 34. So we definitely need to cut some more cards. Let's see. Cut the Banishing Light. Cut the Parallax Wave. Could even cut the Sarah. 4 mana, 4/4 flying with like slight upside just might not be quite enough. So this right now is 16 lands. So we need to cut a couple more cards. I think I want to run the Martial Coup. Just seems like such a good finisher. Is it Charm I kind of want to run as well? Is there any other of these like 3s or 4s that we don't want? Do we want Outlaw's Merriment? I mean, it's just basically a Planeswalker. That's kind of hard to deal with. Maybe, like, I usually love Thirst in these decks, but we're not very often just going to be leaving up mana all the time. We're going to be tapping out for Planeswalkers. It seems weird to cut that, but I think I'd rather, like, tap out for 3 drops most of the time. We only have 2 artifacts to discard to it. We could just not play Battlesphere as well. Or just play 17 lands, Preordained Lens. I think I like playing 18 lands. I like to play a lot of lands in general, especially in these type of decks, but we do have a lot of 3s. Just going to be greedy and I think play the Battlesphere and play 17 lands. Could also like, no, I was going to say cut the Battlesphere and play Thirst, but I don't really like that either. We could even just like cut the Battlesphere, play like a Journey to Nowhere. Just like to have like a lower curve, but I think if they're aggro, we can like just side like that if we want. Because I think Battlesphere just gives you like a lot of free wins. Sort by color. So these are kind of blue and white, blue and red and white. So blue seems like actually like it's all pretty even, but blue is probably our least represented color. All right, now let's count the sources we have. Let's see what produces red. Our mana's pretty bad, so we actually may want one more land. This doesn't really do anything. 3 that produce red, 5 that produce blue, and how many produce white? 4 that produce white. So it's pretty even across the board as well there. We do need a lot of white sources. Alright, let's add basic lands. It's telling me to go 4, 3, 3. It's not bad. Can I get away with 17 lands? One of them being Field of Ruin. It's pretty sketchy. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to cast all my cards. Let me just double check my colored sources here. So how many lands produce blue? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then how many produce red? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how many produce white? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could run like one more plains, but I think I'm just gonna run it like this. Just be a little bit greedy. I could also run Chromatic Lantern. That helps with my mana problems. How many blue cards do I actually have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe just cut this Force Negation, as weird as that is, just because a lot of times I'm not going to have another blue card. Just play Chromatic Lantern, just also don't play this Thirst of Knowledge. I kind of like that, actually. This allows me to play 17 lands, fixes my mana really well if I draw the Chromatic. And then it stops me from having to play an 18th land because I have another mana source in this Lantern. Alright, sweet. Let's go with this, and I'll see you in round 1. Hi, welcome to round 1. We're on the play. And we snap keep this hand. This hand looks great. 4 lands. If he plays any acceleration or any small creatures, we have the Pyroclasm into Dak. So we hope he either plays some small creatures or he plays an artifact that we can steal with Dak. If he doesn't, we can just start looting with Dak as well. So yeah, we're looking great. Could have played Mountain to bluff a burn spell, but I don't think it really honestly affects what our opponent would do anyway. Thoughtseize, that's good. Can probably just take Dak here. But the good news is we're just hitting land drops. Just play Mountain and pass. Next turn I'll probably just play Plains. We're fine just to keep hitting our land drops. Let's see, no 2-drop. Okay. Thoughtseize is a really good card. Alright, let's hope our mana does not kill us here, because it's already looking like it's going to. Opponent just passing the turn. Another double white spell. Yeah, maybe we should have played one more white source. As long as we hit another land drop next turn, we're looking okay. Oh, he just drew that. Okay, I asked for a white source and we drew it, but it's a tapped white source. Still, that's fine. I'm not complaining. He doesn't have anything? Like, what's going on? A Johnny. Okay, sure. And keep our Colonnade tapped. So that drawing the Colonnade there was just brutal. Yep. White source. Nice. Got there. So now I can slam like a Gideon or an Elspeth. Or I can just Council Judgment the Ajani. I think I like just slamming Gideon. If he wants to plus Ajani on Colonnade again, that's fine. And then we can just try to activate Gideon and attack Ajani. If he even plays a blocker, we can activate Gideon and try to jump it and then hit a Johnny. So we have a lot of things we can do. Oh, we have to sacrifice a Planeswalker? Okay. Yeah. A removal spell there was like one of the really good things he could have, but we're still looking fine. We can either Council's Judgment this, or we can just play Elspeth. Okay, well, now we can't. Yeah, that's the downside of not playing the Council Judgment. But we have he has to take kind of Pyroclasm here. Or we can just play Pyroclasm plus Council's Judgment this turn. Okay, just takes Elspeth. That's kind of an interesting take, I think. We have Remove Soul. Interesting. Now, because we have Remove Soul, now we don't care about this sitting here for now. It's only going to attack us for 1. I'm just going to go Council's Judgment. And then I'm going to just leave up Remove Soul. I'm not even going to Pyroclasm. Let's vote for Johnny. We can kill this basically whenever, but just got to make sure to get the Ajani out of there before it gets too problematic. Our opponent with only 2 cards in hand. We have 3, but we also can get this Elspeth back pretty much whenever. Probably next turn. Hopefully he just tries to like play a big threat, like a Grave Titan or something that we can just counter. Hits us for 1. Well, that's definitely a threat that we can counter. I guess we didn't exactly need to, because we could just have Terminist, but I still like countering it there. So now, I think I'm just going to go Pyroclasm, and then play Elspeth, make a guy. This puts more pressure on him than playing the Jace. We can just play Jace next turn. Yeah, see, like when he Faithlessly, he discarded Murder's Cut. Just like creature removal isn't that good against our deck, just because our deck's pretty much all Planeswalkers. Okay, so he can Fate Fetters the Elspeth. That's fine. We still have this Bellerin coming down. Let's just cast it. Could just start plussing the Jace, but I'm going to minus. I don't like to give my opponents cards. An interesting strategy, especially with Jace, if you can get out really early, just play it and start plussing it and going for ult. It's not a bad way to go. I could just not attack with Shoulder. I'm just actually going to do that because if he plays a haste creature, I'd rather chump and save my Jace and then get in for 1. Oh, jeez. That's pretty good. What we can do is we can Shiv and Fire it, though, and then attack it with Colonnade. So hopefully it doesn't have Fatal Push. I guess I could also cast with Kicker, but... Oh, it only this doesn't deal damage. This is the one that doesn't deal damage to a Planeswalker. Jeez. So we can't do that. So all we can do is just attack it with Colonnade. Wow. Okay. Supreme Verdict. That doesn't really do it right now either. I'll just draw. Mountain's not good. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Activate Colonnade. Hit Elspeth. Pass the turn. We can wrath away her tokens later as long as we can get the Elspeth off the board. But he can kill our Jace here as well. Vindicate on Colonnade. Wow, that's really brutal for us. Now this Elspeth might just take over the game because this cannot kill Elspeth, which is so bad. If he only attacks 2 at Jace, we can save it. Jace, Jace, us. Perfect. So we go block here. Okay. Shiv and Fire here. And then we take 1, save our Jace, which is huge. Now we can also go like Wrath. I'm going to plus Jace, keep it around, wipe the board. Field of Ruin. That's interesting. I don't think I need to use field yet. So what I can do is I can just go, I think I'm going to play field, and then I think I want to just use my mana kind of like efficiently. So I'm just going to play Terminus. He could have more stuff like Rekindling Phoenix that's kind of annoying to deal with, but this way we're able to go like Supreme Verdict plus another like 4 or 5 drop if we draw into that. So I like this play. Okay, that's totally fine because we still have another Wrath. And we still have this Jace Beleren sticking around for now. Lantern. Kind of want to save this in case he has a manland or something. Chromatic Lantern. Verdict. Pass. We're buying ourselves a lot of time. Need to deal with this Elspeth still, though. Opponent with 1 card left. Ingrath, okay. So that can hit us for 2. And the ult is they lose like equal to the number of cards in their graveyard, so probably game. Burst Lightning. Okay, so that deals with the Elspeth. I'll just draw a card. Sacred Foundry. He's still going to have Ingrath going, though. But I don't think there's anything we can do about that. Just cast with Kicker. Target here. Play a Sacred Foundry tapped. Pass the turn. Then he hits us for 5. Still think I'll just keep Field of Ruin around. Kills Jace. And draw gas. Martial Coup. I'd say that is gas. We're just gonna... I was gonna say I'm just gonna tap out, but I think I'll just tap out except for play around Mana Tithe just in case he somehow has that. Martial Coup for 9. Is there any reason to Martial Coup for 10? I don't think it makes a difference. So just Martial Coup for 9. Pass the turn. And that's why that card is sweet. This is a good game. It's going back and forth. I thought we really had it. Then he resolved the Elspeth. He's still hitting us with Angrath. He has 1 card in hand. I feel like it's either a removal spell or it's just like a land. Is it Charm? That's not going to do too much here. Let's try to attack Angrath. I couldn't hold any cards in hand because of Angrath. Yeah, I guess I could have attacked 1 at him. Might have actually been relevant. Blade Splicer, okay. I don't think I need to just burn this now. I'll just untap to Fairy. Okay, that's a great draw, actually. Because I can just go white, colorless, blue, cast a Fairy. I can bounce the Golem, draw. And after this resolves, my opponent can't respond, which is actually really nice just to always know. Okay, yeah, Chandra, perfect. We also still have Battle Ball in our deck. This can't be countered anyway. Chandra. Plus make an emblem. Should I burn this now? I don't think there's any reason to. Just attack with all creatures, and he concedes. Nice, that was a good game, but I think the power level of our deck just got there. His deck is good too. It's kind of like a mirror match because we're like blue, white, red planeswalkers in value, and he's like white, black, red planeswalkers in value. But I would still rather be on our side, I think. Mass manipulation seems sweet. Take his planeswalkers. Force also seems sweet, but I don't know if we want it. Maybe we want like Banishing Light. Deals with planeswalkers as well. Maybe don't want Shivan Fire. Yeah, let's just go with Mass Manipulation and Banishing Light. And what else do we side out? Maybe like this Vendilion Click? No, that pressures planeswalkers as well. Do we need this Pyroclasm? Probably not in this matchup. He does have Elspeth and stuff. It's close. Maybe there's something else we don't need. This is kind of close. Could take out like the Terminus. It's kind of expensive. We might not need that many Wraths. Let's go with that. I'd rather have like a Banishing Light removal for planeswalkers than a Terminus, I think, in this matchup. That was a good first game though. That was interesting. It was pretty back and forth. Like it felt like we were gonna win, then it felt like he had the upper hand, then it felt like we were. Then once we like essentially drew that Martial Coup, it was looking good. We also had to deal with his Elspeth Sun's Champion once he killed our Celestial Colonnade. But yeah, we're gonna keep this hand. Pyroclasm, not looking good, but just another cheap card. This is a nice hand. Just a lot of lands. Good in this matchup. Yep, just going to lead Colonnade. Then I'll probably play Shelldock T2. And then probably Jace T3, depending on what he does. It's just Shelldock here. We hit. So, without playing its mana cost. So I think I can only Mass Manipulation for 0. So I'm just going to Johnny Vengeance. Could Supreme Verdict, because Supreme Verdict at instant speed is pretty good as well. But I think the Johnny Vengeance just like more likely to be relevant in the game. So Liliana the Last Hope. Okay. Just going to start plussing it. Alright. I'm just going to play Jace, I think. Just gonna play Mountain Jace. We draw a card, Martial Coup. It's a fine draw. Next turn we could play Dak plus Preordain. Yep. He's going for that Lily ult. A Johnny. It's annoying. Kills our Jace. Okay. Let's just start on Preordain. Maybe should have started on Fetch Land. That's interesting. Do I want this to fairy? I don't think so right now. Just gonna bottom. Ooh, Outlaw's Merriment's good, but I can't cast it this turn. So I think I don't even want to fetch actually. Just gonna play Plains Dak plus target me. I think I want Lens as well. I mean, my mana's fine, right? I guess I guess I can just card Sacred Foundry plus Island. Next turn go like Lens into Merriment. I could discard Pyroclasm as well, but I like just discarding lands. We can really just sculpt our draws with this stack. Oh shit, he tapped our Colonnade. It's annoying. We can just still play Merriment next turn though. Pressure these Planeswalkers. Dotsies. Okay, maybe he's gonna just ult Lily and kill us. So we'll see. I don't think we can beat Lily ult. Did he already plus it? Yeah. Okay, so we have like essentially another turn. Oh, he took Lens? Okay. And then destroy another permanent. That's pretty bad, because now we can't do anything this turn yet. Alright, let's just start by dacking. That is not good. Just discard 2 cards, play a land tapped, and pass. Now we have to draw into something to deal with a Lily, like a Council's Judgment, or a burn spell, or something like that. Otherwise, the Lily ult is just going to kill us. But see, we've drawn a lot of cards. I feel like, oh no, Grave Titan or something. Oh, Angrath. It's annoying. Now I'll just discard Pyroclasm. It's a lot of Planeswalkers to deal with. We're not even close to mass manipulation range. Let's loot with Dak. Okay, we're barely staying alive. I think I have to Burst Lightning Lily and then not even play a land. God, it's just so bad. I guess I'd discard Martial Coup at this point. I want to keep the Izzet Charm. Yeah, I just need to go like this. Play Arid Mesa, sack. Probably just gonna have to discard the Izzet Charm to Angrath anyway. Guess get Mountain. Burst Lightning the Lily. Pass the turn. Just had to keep that from ulting. Yeah, I suppose I'll just discard Izzet Charm here. Zealous Conscript's Dak. Sure. That's interesting. So he's... Oh, then he -6s. Okay, yeah. I thought it was -7 for some reason. Alright, we're dead here. Is there any reason to try to play Merriment? I suppose so. I'll try. Yeah, this mass manipulation's not getting cast though. Legion War Boss, yeah. We just stumbled a little too hard and he held us down with the Thoughtseize and the Vindicate, allowed his Planeswalkers to go off before ours could. I don't really even want to show a mass manipulation. We'll just concede here. Wonder if that reveals our hand with the trigger on the stack. Sometimes Magic Online does weird stuff like that. Do I even want this? Just 4 mana O-Ring? It's just all Planeswalkers. Nah. Alright, let's just run it back. This is a fun matchup though. Just Planeswalker battle basically. This hand's really not doing anything for a long time. I'm gonna mulligan. Alright, this hand's better. Can just bottom this Gideon for now. Just try to draw some more lands here. Mountain lens. Suppose I want both of these, even though it's a little awkward. Yeah, let's just... I should have topped in the other order. Because I guess he could, like, Thoughtseize take lens here, but if he does, that's fine. Lens pass. We can just get Dak down next turn. Start looting. Still think I just get Dak down here. Oh, I should not have played that land. That was a mistake. Just play Dak and plus. Discard Remove Soul. And Battlesphere here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just too far off at this point. We can't like keep Lantern and we just can't keep everything. Hero's Downfall the Dak. Now we just have nothing left. Might have misplayed on discarding those 2 good cards there, but we'll see. What is this? Just some Planeswalker here. Now we really need to draw into gas, like a Chandra or Awakened Inferno or a big Planeswalker or something. A Johnny. Okay. He's just going to plus it, and then we'll just Banishing Light it. I mean, I guess we could just Burst Lightning kicked it, actually. We'll just see what we draw. Pyroclasm. It's not a good draw. Yeah, I'm just going to cast with Kicker. Pass the turn. Save this Banishing Light for something that Burst Lightning can't kill. Legion Warboss. Okay, well we have Pyroclasm, which we will certainly be casting. Arid Mesa. I guess no reason to sacrifice it. I could just already tap for 1 of any color right now. I mean, we could thin. I guess that's worth. The game might go on for a while here. Elspeth. It's just slamming Elspeth, it looks like. Could be a Grave Titan too. Guess it doesn't really matter which one he plays for us. Yeah, Grave Titan. It's still pretty scary. I'll sack this. Get a Hallowed Fountain. Play Colonnade. Play Banishing Light. If he has like a Vindicate or something at any point now for this Banishing Light, it's pretty bad for us. Yeah, discarding the Battlesphere was rough for sure. Alright, well he can attack for 4, but then we can just kill Gideon and then take another 4. Life totals I don't think are that relevant. Oh no, Gideon's at 5 now. Yeah, he gets to plus it. And I'm still just going to attack Gideon, I think, down to 1. Man, it's close. Land was not a good draw. It's not looking good here. Because if I just don't do anything, this Gideon just stays around. Yeah, I just need to just go in here. Not enough mana to activate twice. Need 2 more lands. Because then we can attack and then activate again and block. But he's hitting us for 8 down to 6. That's brutal. If he has another follow-up play, we're just dead. Faith's Fetters the Colonnade. Yep. rough. And we drew land, so we're just dead on board. Good game. I felt like we were favored, and I think I made a bad decision by discarding Battlesphere. Jace into Path, into Plains. That may have been enough. Probably not. GG's, and see you in round 2. Hey everyone, welcome to round 2 against Owzy. We're 0-1 in this cube draft. We're going to be on the play with this sweet blue, white, red Planeswalker cube deck. I'm just going to lead on Hallowed Fountain here. Then we can just play Mountain, leave up Izzet Charm and Path. Not really too interested in pathing on T1. If he plays a Goblin Guide, yeah, sure, but then we'd have to like play Plains, not be able to play Izzet Charm, the whole deal. Even if he plays like a Mana Dork, we're not exactly like rushing to path that. I'm just could just preordain here. This time I'm just gonna leave up Izzet Charm. I'm not sure about that. It just sucks to say like, oh, I'm not scared of anything he could do, and then have like wish you left up Izzet Charm. Elvish Mystic? Okay, well, I'm just gonna kill that with Izzet Charm, I think. And now I'll probably just play could just leave up Remove Soul here as well. But now I think I'm gonna Chromatic Lantern into Preordain and just try to hit our land drops. That certainly qualifies. I'm going to bottom the Arid Mesa and top the Colonnade. Colonnade is a really good land to draw. We can hit our land drops and a threat at the same time. Then if he plays something annoying, we can Wrath. Does he just like to play stuff in main too? Looks like it. Council of Judgment, our Lantern. Kind of wish I left the other land on top too, but we might just draw some more lands naturally as well. Ooh, Jace. It's a good play next turn, especially after we just counter the creature he's about to play. Come on, creature. Grim Monolith. Okay, that's not a creature. And passing the turn, that's scary. I'm just going to go for the Belrend. I just don't know, it's a leave up Path for sure. I don't want to just not do anything, leave up Remove Soul. I need to draw cards and hit land drops. Perfect. If he plays like any type of Armina Can type creature, we have some Wraths. If he plays like a one big threat, we even have Path up this turn. So if he just plays like a Wormcoil or something, we just Path it. This matchup's looking a little bit more our speed. Okay, so this creates 2/1/1 humans, and then non-Archon creatures are 3/3s. Okay, well we can't counter it, but we can just Supreme Verdict. I'm not gonna Path it. He also doesn't have double green right now, so. Ooh, wow. Okay, going off. Never mind. He's got quad green and nothing to do with it. Awesome. So now we can just untap, draw a card, cast Supreme Verdict, leave up Remove Soul. So that is a sweet turn for us. Battlesphere, great draw. Let's go white, white, colorless, blue, cast Verdict, leave up Remove Soul. Looking good. Our opponent down to 3 cards in hand, shocking the Temple Garden. 5 mana. Cradle adds 0 right now. This card is so sweet though. Love this card. we draw a land, might just slam Battle Ball. But not a huge rush on that either. We're in control of this game right now with a Planeswalker. Oh wow, Gideon. 3, 4, 5, 6. I am just going to plus the Jace, just keep it around. If I just let him draw one and then I just get to keep drawing more, I think that's just going to favor me. Could just Field of Ruin the Cradle at some point, but I don't think I need to do it this second. I'm just going to leave up Remove Soul, I think. Untap Monolith? Sure. You could even just play like an Ulamog or something that could ruin our day, but Lotus Cobra, that's fine. We can just like Pyroclasm that. I'd rather counter something more impactful. Two mana. 2 cards in hand for our opponent. 4 mana. Eternal Witness? Yeah. I'll counter that for sure. Don't want to let him get back Council's Judgment or Archon. I think I'm just going to Field of Ruin the Cradle, just to get it out of there. I think it's just, yeah, it gives him 1 more mana, like, if he doesn't have a board, but I just think it's worth just to kill it. And, suppose we want another red source. Could just, like, path the Lotus Cobra, but I just do not want to do that. Untap, we draw Shelldock, draw another card. 6 mana, 7 mana. So I could kill the Lotus Cobra with Pyroclasm and play Gideon. Could just play Battlesphere. I could just play Gideon and pass. Leave up Path. I like that. And then play Shelldock, because we can Shelldock next turn. I don't think I care about Lotus Cobra, especially if I have a Gideon down. Plus, target him, play Shelldock. Hopefully hit like a Chandra or something like that. Or just like any Planeswalker, it's fine. Yep, there's Chandra. So next turn we can just cast Chandra for 2 mana. Tap 1 island and tap Shelldock, cast Chandra. Not bad. Our opponent has a lot of mana here, and they just don't do anything. Nope, that is an illegal attack. Got to attack Gideon. There you go. Just not even a path still. No reason to, I think. Dak. I'm sure. Just draw. Just probably gonna play Chandra this turn. Guess I'll just Pyroclasm. I mean, like, why not? Pyroclasm, I'm gonna attack for 6. Play a Chandra. And I guess play Dak too. Could have Dak'd first, but I really just don't think it matters. plus Chandra. Actually, yeah, just not going to play Dak. Swords the Gideon? Sure. Felt like you probably should have done that before. I'll just play Dak now. Plus, I'll just gain control of this. Just so he has less mana. Less crazy stuff can happen to me. Just gonna kill him with Chandra emblems, probably. Yeah, I just concede. Cool. So just green-white creatures and removal spells and stuff. Doesn't seem like a very scary matchup. Probably just side in a Lava Coil. And I'm thinking that's it. Parallax Wave seems decent. Saddle like a Merriment, just not quite strong enough. First creatures. Let's just go with a minimal sideboard like that. I think we're looking good in this matchup. Our opponent's draw was also kind of awkward that game. He only played a turn 2 Mystic and we just killed it. Yeah, his hand looks good. Looks really good. Especially in this matchup. We can Burst Lightning, a 1-drop. Then we can leave up Remove Soul. We have Preordain. We have Jace. Yeah, I'm just gonna definitely kill that on my first turn. Shocky and the Hallowed Fountain is kind of awkward here. May just want to play Prismatic Lens. I'm going to do that because this will make it easier for me to play Jace, or it'll just let me play Jace next turn, or just do some more tricky stuff with like playing Lantern and leaving up Remove Soul, stuff like that. It just really progresses our game plan a lot more. Might be annoying if he plays something we care about. Yeah, I guess that's annoying. Because I have to play my lands tapped now. That being the case, do I want to play Chromatic Lantern too? Just not leave up Remove Soul? Let's just start with Shelldock. Guess I'll take Council's Judgment. And do I want to play Chromatic Lantern? I could play Chromatic Lantern and Preordain. Yeah, talk myself into it. Again, just progressing our game plan. This Remove Soul should be good later too. Ooh, Pyroclasm. Let's bottom the Plains and top the Pyroclasm. Sweet. If he just plays something else that gets killed by Pyroclasm, it's so bad for him. Yes, perfect. Now we just Pyroclasm, leave up Remove Soul, or even just Pyroclasm plus Jace. I don't think we can do everything, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Yeah, we can't. But we'll just lead on Pyroclasm. And I wonder if I want to Vendilion Click like on its upkeep. I think what I'm going to do is just not even Vendilion Click on his upkeep. If he plays a creature, I'll just Remove Soul it. If he doesn't, I'll just Vendilion Click on his end step. Yep. Definitely going to counter that. And now I can just play Jace, and I can Vendilion Click on his upkeep. Jace, I'll draw Play land. I think I want a Vendilion Click in his draw step, actually. When I said upkeep, I think I said upkeep. I meant draw step. Vendilion Click. If he has anything crazy, we'll just take it. If he has two crazy things, it's kind of bad for us, but he also is still only on 5 mana. Our board's pretty decent. I think maybe he has a swords in hand now, if he's tanking on this. He's like, do I swords now? I mean, I'm probably not taking his swords. But I guess it depends what else he has in hand. Pretty happy with how I've played this game out so far. It seems like I'm happy with the lines I've taken as far as leaving up Remove Soul or not. I mean, we got to Remove Soul, his biggest thing, which would have been hard for us to deal with. What? I put Elspeth on the bottom, which is... I misclicked. I didn't try to take anything. Maybe I wouldn't have taken Elspeth because... Man, now we can Elish. That's annoying. I just misclicked. I mean, I still think this is safe, what I ended up doing, but I didn't try to click. I just tried to either move the bar over or press OK to Vendilion Click, and then it just took Elspeth. Because I accidentally clicked on his hand, showed up right where my mouse was, and I clicked on Elspeth. But I still think that's actually a safe pick, because if he goes Elish, like, next turn somehow, if he like plays Cold Steelheart, plays land, and then next turn resolves Elish, we can just get to Shelldock, and we already have the answer for it in Council Judgment, and we have other answers for this in our deck, like Path. So while we could Izzet Charm counter the Elspeth, I think this is still fine. And what did he draw into? An Eternal Witness here? That'd be bad. No. Dak? Okay, well, Dak take Cold Steelheart's actually very good because it takes him off of Elish. I'll just draw a card. Dak steal Cold Steelheart probably. Attack for 3. And Dak gets us closer to this Shelldock. Actually, next turn even. Blue, colorless, red, Dak. Oop. Cancel, misclicked, undo. Tried to add red, Dak. Gain control. Attack. Yeah, and then next turn we can just plus Dak to loot down to 20 cards, and then we can cast this Council's Judgment off the Shelldock Isle. Eternal Witness. Okay, we can't stop that. So he's probably going to get back Sigarda. I guess we want to save Council Judgment for that. I mean, I don't think it's close. Yeah, he has to get back Sigarda for sure. Guess I just Izzet Charm kill the Ewit now. I think I do. Definitely don't want to loot with Izzet Charm. Could leave it up as a counterspell. And like Lava Coil this, but I'd rather think I just Izzet Charm this and move on. Just gonna concede to Izzet Charm that? That's kind of weird. I mean, we definitely had the game. We were gonna like play Chandra next turn and have Supreme Verdict. We also had the Council's Judgment off this, but I think he just didn't want to play anymore. Alright, so we're 1-1. Let's see if we can 2-1 this. I'll see you in round 3. Alright, we're 1-1 with this cool Planeswalker deck, Legacy Cube. Let's keep this. Any land is good. You can still just kill the Swift Spear, the Shivan Fire. Alright, we're getting some mono red. Let's see what we got. Just gonna kill this now. Could wait, try to Pyroclasm 2 things, but I just don't want to take any more damage. Yep, just gonna Pyroclasm that. Pretty easy choice. Just fine to keep trading 1 for 1. Oh, Rabble Master, that's annoying. Definitely annoying. Dak. Alright, what I think I need to do is just go Lantern, then Path the Rebel Master. Sucks that we had to use a Pyroclasm, but I mean, we can't just leave this around, I don't think. Could have waited 1 turn, but if you place 2 spells, it's just too risky. Path this. We weren't able to leave up Remove Soul. At least not yet there. If he had land 4-drop, that'd be pretty bad for us. Jit. Oh, and he can cast Jit. Oh well, we can steal Jit with Dak. I think that's gonna be worth it. And we have to do that before he equips. So that's a kind of a must play. Johnny's interesting. But I think I need to go Dak, steal Jit. Because if we go Johnny, like Helix, Abbott, then he just goes equip Jit here. And then if we go Dak, steal Jit, it's going to remain equipped. It's going to remain equipped, but he can't use it anymore. That's actually fine. He's not going to get value out of it the first turn. And he's going to have to attack the Ajani down. Alright, I talked myself into it. He's not going to be able to use the equip ability if we gain control of it. It just gains control of an artifact permanently. So if this has counters on it, he'll be able to use the counters in response, but only to gain life. So, yeah, I like this line. This is an interesting line. If he has like some big mana thing like a Glory Bringer, that's going to be annoying as well. We can work up to this Terminus though. Yeah, and then he's going to go kill a Johnny. And then we can go Dak, steal Jit. And then he can kill Dak, but then we're in control of this Jit. So we can just kill the Goblin with it if we want at some point. We can just let it keep getting counters. So that's kind of a cool interaction. It's interesting with equipment because if you gain control of it and it's equipped to a creature, it remains equipped to that creature, but now I just control it. He owns it, I control it, and it's equipped to his creature still, but I'm the one who gets to activate the abilities. So it's kind of a weird interaction of Magic. So we want to draw land, untapped land, to leave up Remove Soul, and just get closer to this Terminus. Jace. Okay, let's go Dak, red, blue, whatever. Dak, steal Jit, he can activate it to get to remove the counters right now. But then he can't even really attack with this because if this deals combat damage, then I'm going to get to use the counters. So he just has to leave Jit on Goblin and not attack with it. So he can attack Zurgo into our Dak, but that's okay. Let's see if he knows to not attack with the Goblin token. That's going to be interesting as well. Because if he lets me get the counters on the Jit, that's so bad for him. It's a really interesting interaction. I haven't seen that before. Oh, wow. He's attacking both at Dak. Okay. Awesome. So now I get to use the counters on Jit to kill the Zergo. If I want. Phoenix. Man, I can't counter that. But I'll get close to being able to Terminus, especially by drawing a card with this Jace. So I can use this, right? Yeah, I can. I'm the one who gets to use that. That's insane. Teferi. Do I go Teferi, bounce Phoenix? Yeah. Blue, white, blue, Teferi. We're just getting so much value here. We're still at 20. Let's just bounce Phoenix. Colonnade's good. It's not a land that can counter Phoenix, but I don't think we need to at this point. If he attacks both at Teferi, I get to just... I can just let the counters go up on Jit, honestly. And then that deals with Phoenix right there by itself. This is so interesting. Just this interaction. Yeah, attacking... Oh, wow. Just attacking just Goblin at Teferi? Oh, I see. This is interesting. This is so interesting because if I let Goblin hit Teferi, I get 2 more Jit counters, and Teferi dies. Yeah, that's just so worth it. I'm even just going to take 2 off Zergo and just keep getting counters on Jit because I can just Terminus next turn, especially if he casts Phoenix. So, I need to draw land, but otherwise I just have 4 counters on Jit, and that can deal with Phoenix, so... My board position with this Jit is just so good. It's just so funny. This is a cool game. Now 4 counters on Jit, my opponent just concedes. Really funny. Yeah, play Phoenix, that's good. If we draw an untapped land, I'm just gonna Terminus here, I think. Do I even need to? Yes, I think I do need to. Because I can also just gain a bunch of life with that Jit. I won't be able to re-equip it to another creature, but now I don't think he really needs to attack with it anymore. So now I just Terminus, and then I still have Jit on 4 counters. So owned by him, now it's going to come to my side. So I can equip it onto my creatures if I want now. But I can't, because equip is equip onto target creature you control. Doesn't say it on here, but that's what it is. Oh, Hellrider, okay. Oh wait, okay, yeah. Do I want to kill Hellrider? I think so. Yeah, so I'm definitely happy with the Wrathing there. I guess I could have removed Sold on the Hellrider as well, but I can just save that. Just kill this. And then play a Jace. Oops. I didn't mean to play Shelldock. Misclick there again. Tried to click on Jace. Guess Outlaw's Merriment is the best out of those. Can play it next turn. Play Jace. Land. Pass. Misclick didn't end up hurting us because we would have just played Shelldock anyway. Greater Gargadon. Okay, well, we can counter that when it comes down. Gideon. Alright, that's a good one. I'll just draw. Let's go play Island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, play Gideon, plus, and then plan on just flashing in this Outlaw's Merriment at the end of his turn if I don't remove Soul something. Gargadon with 9 counters. And concedes the game. Nice. So the Dak Steal the Jit was really what got him. And I think he misplayed. I don't think he should have attacked with the Goblin token at all. That just gave us so much value. And now we know we're against mono red. Let's bring in the removal. Shall we? Maybe even Parallax Wave. Why not? Maybe Sarah. Try to get Emblem. Probably not, but Battle Sphere can go. Maybe Banishing Light too. Over something like Vendilion Click even. This can die to stuff. Maybe Chandra's a little bit slow too. It Wraths though. Maybe Martial Coup a little bit too slow. 7 mana. What else is not good? Chromatic Lantern has been good. I'm glad I put that in the deck. Maybe not Parallax Wave. Yeah, Chandra's 6 mana, but at least it's Wrath. Like, all these cards here are basically like Wrath, because Gideon, like, kind of forces his board to attack Gideon, buys us time. What's the worst card out of all these? Maybe Banishing Light? Maybe I just don't need that. Maybe Outlaw's Merriment, actually. Yeah, it's a Planeswalker, and it can make a 2/1 lifelinker, but if I hit the other two, those just aren't as impactful. No, they don't even have to attack. This is just making a creature every upkeep. But still, take you a turn off. Like, on turn 4, play it, and then I don't make a small guy till turn 5. That just doesn't seem as good as, like, these other cheap removal spells. We'll find a way to win the game. Ooh, this is actually kind of sketchy. Can't really interact early. He snap kept. Like what? I'm going T3 Chromatic Lantern into T4 like Banishing Light. That's just not good enough. We just need interaction. All right, let's mulligan again. All right, let's keep this. We have to put 2 cards on the bottom. That's interesting. Maybe just Banishing Light land, as weird as that sounds. Just keep all the interaction. And then we can just plan on trying to Pyroclasm something. Could also put like back Banishing Light Burst Lightning. Yeah, I like that better actually. And then we'll just try to get like a 2-for-1 off the Pyroclasm. Be a little bit more patient this game since we're on 5. Because we want to keep all our lands to be able to start casting our better spells. Okay, Rixmati. I can like not even Pyroclasm that. Yes, I'm gonna Terminus though. I'm just not gonna be able to cast Terminus for a long time. So just being able to get it out of our hand I think is actually relevant. Not take damage. If he plays like Rabble Master, I'll just Pyroclasm. For Rostodon, okay, I'll just Journey that. Let's go land. Journey. So this 5 is looking good. Can play Jace as well. Hellrider, okay, we can't deal with that yet. So that's hitting us for 4. Start with Jace. Can't afford to plus it. Pass the turn. Gotta draw an answer to this Hellrider, but we do have a lot in our deck. He's what has he gone? He's gone T2. Okay, well we're casting Pyroclasm for sure. That was a good draw. It's a lot of damage with this Hell Rider out. Felt like he was gonna play Rabblemaster on 3. Oh, he just ignored Jace? Interesting. I don't know if I really agree with that. And now Blade Splicer? That's huge. So now we can go Pyroclasm into Blade Splicer. Yeah, he should have killed Jace for sure. It's only 2 damage, and that allowed us to draw an extra card. And now he might not even be able to kill the Jace, and then it's going to draw us another card. So for 2 damage, we get to draw 2 extra cards. Although, if he kills us, these cards don't really matter, but it allowed us to draw into this Blade Splicer, which is huge. Like, he can burn... Yeah, he lightning strikes that, and is he going to kill this as well? Looks like it. Oh, Zealous Conscripts kill us. Okay, I mean, yeah, he's on the play. We mulled the 5. We did well, but that's mono red. He had a good curve. And let's just keep all the cheap stuff in. Don't want force. Yeah, I like this configuration. Let's go. Alright, we'll be on the play. Snap keep this hand. This hand's pretty perfect. 3 lands, Chromatic Lantern, 3 removal spells. Wow. That is pretty much a perfect hand. Opponent just passes. Just play Island Go. Porcelain Legionnaire. Just gonna kill this. Be mana efficient. I'm gonna play Teferi here over Lantern, because then I get to start plussing. Could have saved the Shivan Fire there, but exactly just like that situation, like I wanted to tap out on T3, so then I wouldn't be able to. Okay. Legion Warboss is annoying. He gets to attack Teferi. But now what I can do is he can attack Teferi for 1. I can kill the Legion Warboss, bounce the token, and still have my Teferi around. Okay. Let's just start with this. Bounce the token. Chandra. Land there would have been huge. Just burn that. Pass the turn. Because land there, we could untapped land, we could have gone Chromatic Lantern into Lava Coil, and then been a lot closer to doing all this other crazy stuff. We're still doing okay. Any Firebolts to the fair? We can just journey this though, so this is fine. We're at 20. He has 4 cards in hand. As long as we draw lands at some point, we're looking good. Okay, that's not a land. Just journey that. Pass. Man, we have to draw land. Yeah, that was so bad, just not being able to leave up Remove Soul. And now you know I need to leave up Remove Soul this turn. I think it's just worth it. Just leave up a counterspell. This, I guess, could hit us for 4, but I think that's part of the cost. If he wants to tap out on his turn, hit us for 4 down to 16, then that allows us to play Chromatic Lantern and leave up Remove Soul again. Yeah, and it's scary. If he just takes this whole turn to pump, which I guess he's going for, looks like it's probably the right play, then we would, if we had a removal spell, then he just gets blown out. Ooh, Pyroclasm. kind of like that too. I guess I can just take some more damage off this. I'm gonna go for this line for the Lantern into remove soul line. Because then we might have to take a little damage off the Fire Drinker, but if we draw an untapped land and he plays another creature, we might be able to just go land Chandra, Wrath your board, or just counter whatever this is. Yeah. Definitely counter that. Now he just hits us for 2 down to 12. And maybe untapped land. Okay, we don't. But we can go Preordain into Elspeth here. Or let's just lead on Preordain. Because I can also just cast Pyroclasm. Dak is interesting. This Arid Mesa makes me take 1 damage, but I think that's fine. I'm just going to go top, play Dak, and then plus Dak, target myself, discard Arid Mesa, and Terminus, go land Pyroclasm, because I can't Burst Lightning quite yet, and then pass the turn. Phoenix, okay. Let's see. Ooh, so Chandra can just come down and just exile this Phoenix. So that's what we're going to do. Let's just start on Dak plus. Alright, that's interesting as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So I could play like Jace plus Banishing Light this turn. Discarding Elspeth. But I could also just discard Colonnade plus Banishing Light. Play Chandra, kill the Phoenix. Yeah, I like that. It's hard to tell like which one of these lines is better. I think it just depends like what else he has in his hand. X damage to this. Let's do 3 damage to it. And then it gets exiled, so he doesn't get a egg. And then we have our Chandra that can start pinging him and going up in loyalty. And a couple more Planeswalkers plus a Burst Lightning. Can't really play any artifacts into this Dak either. This is a fun matchup though. I always enjoy playing against Mono Red. Can't also forget that he has this Firebolt in the yard, so we're essentially at 10. Ooh, Zealous Conscripts. Take Chandra, plus it. Yep. That's scary. And he's got the Firebolt in the yard. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Oh, he just minuses on the Dak, and then he's going to kill the Dak? Okay, that makes sense. I don't know how well that line's going to work out for him in the end, though. So I can cast this with Kicker, killing Zealous Conscripts. That costs me 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So that takes my whole turn. Why don't I... Because I can just block and then Burst Lightning this. So why don't I just do that? Just going to play Elspeth, plus it, play a land, pass the turn, leave you up Burst Lightning, but not with Kicker. Goblin Rabble Master. Alright, well I'm just going to Burst Lightning that on... Wait, what the hell? Okay, hopefully it doesn't go to combat. You got to stop on his main... Oh, I clicked on draw. Yeah, you got to stop on his main phase to be able to kill this before it makes a token. If you just go right to combat, then it then it makes a token. And I don't usually have a stop on their main phase. So I'm just going to chump here. Keep my Elspeth at a higher loyalty. Play a Jace next turn. Most likely. Ooh, Council's Judgment. That's a nice one. I'm going to lead on Jace though. I'll lead on plus Elspeth. Don't think that really matters too much. Play Jace. I'll draw a card. Field of Ruin. Probably should have sided that out. I'll just play it and then play Council's Judgment. Pass. Shields are down, but our board state is really good. Yeah, because he was going to be able to Firebolt our Soldier, attack one of our Planeswalkers for Rostodon. It is actually kind of annoying. Especially since we drew something that's 2 creatures. You can't gain life, and whenever another creature enters, it deals 1 damage. So do I want to go to 10 to play this Blade Splicer? I think yes. Just going to start racing with this Elspeth jump ability. Would you like to pay 2 life? No. Oh, this has Menace as well. It's annoying. Could make another 1/1, but then I take another damage. Yeah, I think it's worth it. To hit for 4. I gotta try to kill him. I can't take too long. I guess then you can Firebolt the Blade Splicer and then kill like our Jace or something, but I guess he can just hit us for 3. Surprised he didn't Chandra Emblem us. That's what I thought he was going to do. But then I guess he was scared of us getting the Chandra back. We have to Blade Splicer and go down to 10. It's still worth it to get the bodies down. Players cannot gain life. Swift Spear down to 10. Interesting. He has a Lava Coil on our 3/3. Jeez. Okay. That's bad. Attack us, attack us. Alright, I think I need to chump here. Gain 2 life, essentially. Because, again, he has... Oh, Gideon, that is so good. That's such a good draw. Alright, I'm just going to draw a card. Play land. Let's just jump this guy. Attack. Play Gideon plus. This is a good game. Really close. This Gideon's just might seal it though. Gideon, and then I got a plus Gideon. An interesting line would have been to kill Ferocodon as well, but I think this is safer. We can go for the win next turn just by animating Gideon and then jumping Gideon with the Elspeth. Elspeth's another one. It's kind of an interesting Planeswalker because you very, very rarely ult. Because if you're just at 8 loyalty, you're probably in a position where you're just going to keep jumping like when I say jump, it's +3/+3 flying. Yeah, he conceded. But yeah, it's just you're not really gonna want to cash into ult when you can just keep going +3/+3 and then swinging in. So like there, in that case, why would we ult? We can just activate Gideon, jump it, and then hit. Just see what we would have drawn here. Path, yeah, that's huge. Path into Island to a Johnny. Okay, well that was a really fun draft. We were able to go 2-1 after a close round 1 loss. Hope you enjoyed watching. If you liked the content, please subscribe to my channel. It's youtube.com/snapbolt. And until next time, thank you so much.